Hey guys, welcome to another video tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you how to convert this beautiful looking design from Figma to WordPress and using Gutenberg editor. And if you are not familiar with the Gutenberg editor, then I highly recommend you to complete the series tutorial that I have already uploaded in my channel, which is called FSE, Full Site Editing Features. And the full site editing tutorial will be helpful for you to understand the complete beginner guide and to understand you exactly how the Gutenberg work, and it's a complete beginner friendly tutorial. And also, after completing that tutorial, if you haven't watched the Spectra Block editor tutorial, then please watch that tutorial first and then start using this tutorial. So in this tutorial, I will convert this Figma design step by step without skipping any part. So there will be a lot of things that you are going to learn in this tutorial, and it will be a I would say more than 2 hours, almost 3 hours tutorial. I didn't complete the recording yet, but hopefully it's around 3 hours tutorial, and you'll be able to learn a lot of things. So if you're a freelancer, or if you just want to start your journey as a freelancer or WordPress customization expert, then this tutorial is only for you, because most of the clients in nowadays are moving from other third-party page builder to Gutenberg. And there are lots of gigs that you can create on Fiverr, and you'll be able to get a lot of work on Upwork as well to convert like Figma to Gutenberg, and Elementor to Gutenberg, or Beaver Builder to Gutenberg, and there are lots of projects. So I hope you understand exactly why it's important to learn Gutenberg. And this is another skill sets that you can add your list. So without further any delay, let's jump into my computer and let me show you step-by-step process here. I just jump into my computer, and here you can see the design that we're going to build in this video. So this is a little bit advanced design. If you are completely new and if you are beginner, then I highly recommend you to complete the beginner series, which is full site editing Gutenberg. If you are not familiar with the Gutenberg, then please complete this series tutorial. Then you will have a solid understanding regarding the Gutenberg. Even you will be able to understand how the full site editing works. This is very powerful. The second one, that if you haven't watched the Spectra, because in this video I'll be using Spectra Block editor. So if you're not familiar with the Spectra Block editor, then I highly recommend you to complete this video, and I have added step by step every single steps here, and I have described every single block item here regarding the Spectra. So I highly recommend you to complete this video first and then move into this project. It will help you to understand everything what I'm going to show you right now. So first of all, take a look at the designs. I'm going to close the other tabs, and also you can always check my playlist from here, where I have listed several items and helpful information where you can navigate easily from my playlist. So inside the page builders, I will be adding more page builders tutorial here. And this is the full site editing playlist, and this is the full project where I will add full project tutorial. And this is the how to, and I'll be creating some more playlists, so you can always navigate here and start watching. Now if I go to my design, here you can see the design is here, and this is just a single page design, but there will be more page in this design, but I am going to show you only one page in this video. So if you are able to understand exactly how to design this kind of website using Gutenberg, then there is a lot of things that you will be able to easily create yourself after watching this video. So stay tuned with this video, and I will attach all the resources and documentation under this tutorial, which is inside the descriptions area. So I hope you all already watched this design on the intro. However, let me show you again, and this is a pretty simple, neat and clean professional design. So now without further any delay, let's start designing our website. I have already installed and activated the WordPress here, and I'm going to use the Astra theme. So first of all, there are a couple of things that you have to understand. So I just install a fresh WordPress here, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to install the required theme and plugin that I'm going to use on this tutorial. So now, first of all, I'd like to click on Appearance and Themes, then click on Add New, and here you can see Astra. You can simply click Install. If you do not see the Astra, you can type here to search the Astra theme. So I'm going to use Astra, and I'm going to install this one now. And click Activate. Now I highly recommend you to use Astra child theme as well, because in the future if you want to change any code or override the parent theme, then it will save your time to use the child theme, and also it will be very useful for you to add certain code like CSS. You can add PHP, you can change certain template inside the code. However, if you are not familiar with the code with the WordPress development, then you don't have to worry about it, and I'm not going to show you how to code or something like that in this video. I will show you everything related to the page builder. As of now, I'm going to just use the parent theme here, and if I go to plugins and click on Add New, I would like to use or install the Spectra here. So go to Source, type Spectra, and now here you can see the Spectra is visible, and it's created by Brainstorm Force. Here you can see, and now click Install now. Click Activate. Now let's visit our website. So as you can see, it's a very simple and neat and clean website. I will walk you through step by step every single steps here. So now let's create a necessary page. So as of now, I would like to create only home page. Here is our design, and we have some other pages. I can create them right now, or I can just use custom link here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change few things after installing WordPress. First of all, before adding those pages, I would like to navigate to the permalink, and here I would like to choose post name. Click Save Changes. Now navigate to the posts and remove the default post from here. So I just click on Trash and delete it permanently. Now if I go to Pages, here you can see there is a privacy policy and sample page. You can delete all of them, or you can keep the privacy policy and delete only the sample page. Now it's time to create our page. So I'm going to close this one because I'm not going to use the Stata template as of now. So I'd like to create my own site from scratch. Now if I go to Pages and click Add New here, now type here Home and click Publish. You can view the page from here, and if you want to add other pages, then you can simply click Add New Page here, and it will take you to the new page and where you can create another page. But as of now, I would like to create only one page here. So I'm not going to show you about service, blog and contact page, but just home page, and hopefully it will be a very fun tutorial and you like this one. Now if I go to dashboard, now it's time to create menu and assign this home page as a home page from settings. So if I go to settings and reading, Here you can see I would like to use the static page and assign the home page as a static home page, so that when someone visit my website directly, so currently as you can see the flexupweb.com is displaying the blog post page, but after selecting the home page from here, if I reload this page, it's now displaying the home page, and we are start working on this page right now. So before going to start designing the page, there are a couple of other things that I would like to create. The first one is create a menu. So I'm going to click on appearance, menus, create a new menu called primary menu. You can call it any kind of menu here. And now select the home page, or if you click all, there is only one page which is called home page. There is no other pages, right? But inside the menu, I would like to display the other menu items, which is about us, services, blog, and contacts. So what I can do, I can simply navigate to the custom link and add hash, then type here about us, add new or add to the menu. Then the second one is services, blog, and contact. So I'm going to close the Spectra and type here services, and blog, then contact us. So you can easily navigate using tab from your keyboard. So if I press tab, it will take the cursor or the selector to the add to menu and then hit enter. This is just a shortcut trick here. In some cases, not some cases, in most cases I use these kind of features. Now set this menu as a primary menu, and also set this menu as an off canvas menu, so that when you change your view from browser or desktop to tab or mobile devices, it will display the same menu. Click save menu here, and now reload the page. So we have successfully set up our basic configuration inside our WordPress website. Now it's time to start working with the typography and color. To configure typography, there are a few things. So if your website is completely blank, if there is nothing visible, then it's hard to configure the typography and color. That's why I would like to add some element inside our home page. To do so, I'm going to click edit this page on a new tab here, so that I can revisit this page again and again and change inside this editor. So I would like to add some random text and heading and the button here, so that I can configure the typography and the color perfectly. Now let's wait a few seconds here. Now this is our home page. I would like to hide this title first. This is not necessary. Now add some paragraph text. Copy paragraph from here, and also you can copy from here to see those are similar or not. If I click over here, it's 16 pixel, and if I click here, it's 16 pixel. Those are same text here. For an example, I just added this text as a paragraph here, and now add a heading which is heading 1, and it refers as a heading 1 inside our website. Then duplicate and choose heading 2, and also this is something like 18 pixel, and I would say this is heading 3. Let's change it to heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3. So you can add here heading 4. Now it's time to change the heading type to 3 and 4. So we have added 4 headings here. Now add button. So this is button. That's it. So there are a couple of things. So if you take a look at here, the default spacing is not working inside heading and button. Let's add paragraph and see whether it's working or not. I'm not sure. Yes, for the paragraph the spacing is working, but the heading, those are coming here without any margin, so it's good. Now let's click on update here. Okay, before updating I would like to add link here so that you can understand exactly what kind of color it will be displaying when we change into our link color as well. Now that's it. So if I go to our front page and reload the page here, our website looks like this. Now it's time to configure the typography first. So if I go to customize, I always prefer to open a new tab for every single work. So here is our home page. Here is our home page. This is a customizer and this is a blank page. So I'd like to close this one as of now. And this is my dashboard. So when I want to navigate dashboard, I can easily click on this tab and navigate inside my dashboard here. If I want to edit home page, I can simply click on this tab. And this is just a workaround. I just work like this way. You might have different working experience. You might have different system that you have worked, but I am working in this way and I follow this kind of things here. So now I'm inside my customizer settings, and first of all I would like to change the typography. So if I click on global, and here you can see the typography, and let's take a look at our design, what kind of font family we are using here. So we are using Montserrat regular 16 pixel, and if I select heading, which is Montserrat bold. So I will go through step by step. First of all, I would like to choose the paragraph font, which is the body font. Navigate to the customize and change the body font from here to Montserrat. Type here Montserrat, and the font should be regular and the size is 16 pixel and the font weight is regular, which is normal. Now this is the body font. So if I click on heading font, it also Montserrat, and the variant, there are a couple of other variants. So it's okay, it's bold and semi bold. I think only bold and semi bold here. It's bold, bold. Okay, all of them are bold here. Let's click here. So just take a look at here. When I click over here, it's changed, right? So those are bold font. There is no need to add additional font here. We can use simply 700. If it's required to add additional variant, I will add them later on. So this is the heading font variant. Now if I click on heading 1, so you have to select which one you would like to heading 1, which one you would like to heading 2. So as of now, I would like to use the font size 48 pixel, which is bold Montserrat, as a heading 1. So here you can see this is 43 pixel heading 2. And if I click here, this one is 43 pixel, which is heading 2. And this one is 18 pixel, which is heading 4, not 3. Well, now let's change it. 48 pixel, bold Montserrat, heading 1. Now I just selected the heading 1 here, and if I select inherit, that means it will inherit the heading font from here and apply the Montserrat automatically, so I don't have to change it from here. Now I'd like to choose 48 pixels. So as you can see, when I change it here, it will only applicable inside the heading 1. So this is why you have to add the text and information here for configuring the typography. Now you can change the font weight bold, and that's it. Very simple. And for the heading 2, which is 46 pixel, I'd say. No, 43 pixel. Now choose from here 43 pixel, which is heading 2, and it should be 700 bold. Now I'm not going to change heading 3, I will change it later on, but for the heading 4, which is 18 pixel and bold. But the heading 4 is not here, I think. I'm not sure why it's not applying inside the heading 4. If I go to editor, okay, I didn't change it. So this is the heading 4. Click update. Now it will be changing when I publish here. So yeah, this is heading 4, and let's take a look at heading 3. So this is heading 4, heading 2, and this is heading 3, which is 24 pixel bold. Now heading 3, 24 pixel and bold. So you might be asking, Riyadh, why you have added all the things here? Because my answer is, it will save your time to change every single section, typography, color. If you set everything globally, it will be applicable on every single page, every single item inside your website. You do not have to change them individually. In some cases, we have to change it individually, but it's very rare. And if we have to change, then we will do it later on. Now that's all for the typography settings. So if I click on publish and visit our website, this is our typography. Now it's time to configure the global color. So let's take a look at our customizer. Go to colors, and here we can see the global color palette. So first of all, I would like to change the primary color. So this is our primary color. Here you can see. And copy the color from here. Go to our customize, change the color. Click over here. Select the color and paste your color. It's very simple. Now we have a couple of other colors. For an example, we have light background color and a white color. So let's copy all of them. This is the black color. And a light background color, this one. So I can select here or any of them from here. There is not required anything here to change or change the color or choose color from here and there. It's not required. So I'm going to use this one. So as you can see, when I change it from here, it just changed the body color, right? But because the body text color is selected from here, so what we can do, we can first take a look at our body color, which is 000. Well, and go to our design, and here you can see we have already added that color. Now we can simply click over here and choose the body color, this one. Simple. And this is a light color, and this is the color that is not necessary as of now, but we can add our hover color, which is little darker. Let's take a look at here if is there any other color. Okay. Now if I go to our color palette from here, copy or little darker, copy. So I'm going to reset. Okay, just reset it. I'll fix it later on. Now let's paste it here, which is the dark color. And when I add the dark color, it also change inside the heading and the body. Let's change it from here again, and the heading should be this one. Well, and also I did a mistake. Copy the color, and again I have to paste it here because I have removed the color from here. That's all. So we have completed our typography and color. Now it's time to start working our button. So basically we are almost done. So if we click publish and reload the page, so here you can see the color and the other typography we have configured. Now it's time to configure our button. If I navigate to the global, and here you can see the buttons. So the button, let's try to take a look at here. All the buttons are similar, right? So let's create our button. Looks like this, and the text is, here is a semi-bold Montserrat 15 pixel for the button. Now if I choose the button area, we have a padding, and the padding looks perfect, border perfect, and the border radius we have to add, okay, 15 pixel or 10 pixel is perfect, and the typography should be 15 pixel. Or we can use the body typography. If we just removed here, then it will display from the body, so it's fine, we can use that. And the font family or the typography should be semi-bold, but if you want you can use medium as well. And that's it. So it's time to change the color. So text color should be white color, and the background color, the branding color, and the hover. So when I hover over, okay, this is the text color. So when I hover over, the background color normal should be the branding color, and the hover color should be deep blue. So we can change it later on from here, but as of now I'd like to keep the button looks like in this way. So we have completed our typography and the global color. Now if I visit our website, it looks like this, and now it's time to start creating our header. So if I go to customize and header builder, here you can see we have the site title and logo and the primary menu only. To build our header area, first of all I would like to upload the logo. Click on the site title and logo, select logo from here, and so I would like to upload all the files, all the necessary items that I'm going to use for this tutorial. I would like to upload all of them here. So it will take some time to upload. In the meantime, I'd like to just, if I click over here, I can use the logo, skip cropping, and here you can see the logo looks like this. You can use SVG format as well, but I'm not going to use SVG as of now because I have already exported the logos and icons into PNG. Now I'm going to close the site title, and if I take a look at our design, we have menu and then the button, get a free code. So copy the text from here, and this is our menu. If I add a button here, get a free code, and you can select any URL. So currently it's selecting wpastra.com, so I do not have to worry about that. You can change it later on. So we have completed our header, and there are a couple of other things that we are going to change. Okay, let's change it now. The header menu color, first of all, if you take a look at here, it's black color. Now go to customize, click menu, go to design, and here you can see the menu link color. It should be black color, and the hover or brand color, and also the active should be our brand color. That's it. and we are done with the menu for the desktop version. But if we click on the tab here, you can see the tab looks like this. So I'm happy with that. If you want, you can change some other information, and I have a complete in-depth tutorial regarding the header builder. You can follow that. I will attach a link into the description. And if I select the mobile version here, you can see it comes with a additional information, which is the site title. I do not want to display that site title there, so I'd like to simply go to header builder, click site title and logo here, and click here to hide this one. But one thing that you can do, you can resize the logo. You can change the logo size for mobile devices. And click publish, reload the page. So here you can see it looks perfect now. Now, it's time to create our footer area. So when we are creating our footer area, we will start building our hero area later on. To build our footer, navigate to the customize and then footer builder, and also open the design inside the Figma. There is a tool menu and some paragraph text, and on the left side, which is our logo and text here. Let's copy, and inside the footer builder there should be 4 columns. First, add widget 1, image, and we have already uploaded all the image into our library. We can use them from here. And then text, paragraph text. Somehow the image is not visible, I'm not sure. Hopefully it will be visible. Yes, it's visible now. Now copy the paragraph text from here, but it's not working. Sometimes it doesn't work as expected and it's very frustrated. Well, so to copy the text, what I can do, I can simply navigate to lipsum.com. Guys, if I'm talking very slow, then please let me know so that I can talk, or I can show you in a faster way. And also you can change the speed from the video as well, because there are many beginners. If I start showing everything very quickly, they're not going to understand everything here. And you're always welcome to put your suggestion into the comment box. So I just added the text here, and well, let's make it smaller. And if you want to enable more features inside here, you can click on show more settings, and here you can see it display other information here. You can simply add margin, you can simply add padding, and let's say margin bottom 22 pixels I have added here, and see whether it's working or not. It's working, right? Now if I go to or go back to the block item, here you can see how it looks. Now it's time to add social icon. So here you can easily use social share, not social share, social icons here. Let's type here Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And we are done with our social icon here. So currently it's not displaying. Sometimes due to your network or browser cache, it's not displaying instantly. So what I can do, I can simply click publish and reload the page here. If you scroll down here, you can see it's not displaying. Very strange, right? Because we didn't add any hash here or any URL here, and that's why it's not displaying. That's the reason, right? And if you want, you can go or show more settings here. You can change certain things from here as well, but I'm okay with that. I'm not going to change anything else as of now. So the one thing that I would like to change, which is the layout. I would like to display this layout a little bit bigger than other layout. So I'm going to use this one. Now in the next part, here is a user link. This should be okay. I'm not sure what my designer did here. He used pop-ins, and here is pop-ins. So please make sure when you're designing any website for your clients to use at least standard way to display everything properly. So currently he's using pop-ins, but in my project I'm using here month select, right? And I have to change it from here as well. So you do not have to change it because I already changed from here, and I will attach the link. Okay, quick link. Now it's time to create those menu. So if I go to my dashboard, and this is why I keep open everything here in a new tab. Create a new menu and type here quick links. So now click create menu, and then it will be visible the information here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add some random link here, home. So I'm using the keyboard, not mouse. About us. Oh, okay. Services. Blog. And okay. Frequently asked questions. So that's it for the quick links. And you do not have to set anything here from the menu location. So note that this, if you set any menu from the display location, then it will be displayed on that specific page. But if you want to display any menu based on your choice, then you have to just create the menu here. That's it. And you can select from the preferred solutions that I'm going to use right now. Now the next one is help and support menu. Copy the heading here, go to menus and click or create a new menu from here. Paste here, create menu. Now I'm going to create some menus here. Let's add. Take a look at our design first. Privacy policy, support, terms and conditions. Support, terms and condition, and that's it. So we can add contact as well. So we are done with the menu. Now if I go to our customize and reload the page, so I have changed the layout, right? So I'd like to publish here first and then reload the page and scroll down, go to footer builder, click here, click on widget 2 and search here menu. Here you can see it's displaying the navigation menu, and select the menu help and support. Then okay, add a title here, help and support. I think this is the second one and I added here. No worry, there is another widget. We can add here navigation and type here quick links. And we are done almost with our menu items. So number 4, where I'm going to add some text here. If I copy, I'm not sure if I can copy them from here. Because in most cases it doesn't work. So let's copy the text from here. Some random copy. And paste it here. And add another paragraph. So I've added an email and the phone number. That's it. And this is how it works and how useful it is, right? But there is one thing that you have noticed, which is a huge space, and unfortunately you cannot change them from here. But there is another way. What you can do, I'll show you. Now it looks like this. So to align the text and make them closer, there is a easiest way. You have to convert them. We can remove them. And we can add a list item here. Then we can simply add your address, house, office address here. That's it. And your contact info@yourdomainname.com, and here you can add the phone number. So it's your phone number. This is random number, and click publish and see how it looks. As you can see, it looks horrible. So what I can do, I can simply click on the icon, show more settings, select an icon from here. Let's select an icon which is location, and click publish and see whether it's working or not. It's working, but the size is huge. I think this is an issue from the Astra theme. Let's try to customize and see if is there any options to change the icon size. If there is no options, then we can use image as of now. Let's go to style again and choose icon, spacing, advanced. No, there is no option. So if I select image, for an example, I'd like to use this one as a test purpose and see if it's a big image or not. It's displaying similar. Well, it's not going to work. If I select none, then at least we can make it similar to our design. So as of now, we can use none because we do not have any icon inside our design. And at least I'm satisfying with the result here. Okay, I'm using HTTPS. What happened here in my site? Now if I reload here, and as you can see, it's working, right? And I can at least I can adjust the address, email and phone number here, and hopefully the Spectra team will fix the icon issue in the future. Now as of now, if you take a look at our design, this is the title, which is contact us. Go to our editor. Okay, not this heading. I'm not a big fan of this default heading. This is very bad. Let's change it to H3, I think. Yes. H3. And now add some style, which is basically margin. Not here. I would like to add only bottom. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, because it wasn't working. It's working. Let's reduce more. $37 would be perfect, I think. Yes, now we are happy with our footer. If you take a look at our design, we have just completed our header and the footer design. So now it's time to start creating our hero area. I know many of you are excited about the hero area. Now let's jump into my editor again. So I'm just jumping here and there, right? Okay. Because sometimes I feel really boring. I'm just creating video. No one is in front of me. So I assume that there are some people here. They're watching me and following my class along with me. That will be really great, and hopefully in the future, if possible, I'll start taking live project and with you everyone. So now let's start creating hero area. Okay. Oh. Why I'm not using my mouse or keyboard here? So this is our hero area, and if I take a look at here, it's a transparent. First of all, Astra has global transparent features, but I'm not going to use that one. So what I can do, I can simply go to Astra icon here, and here you can see advanced setting, and I would like to use only transparent header for this home page, return to post. That's it. So I have enabled the transparent header. Now it's time to create our hero area. Let's copy the text. I'm not sure if I can copy them and change the layout to full width stretch layout. And now container. Choose 2-column container here and take a heading which is heading 4, paste text, and then heading 1, and click on the block item here, which is the gear icon, general, and this should be heading 1 and this should be heading 4, but I have to remove this one from here because I'm going to use the Spectra heading, not the one which is the default. So I just reduce the browser . This one is 18 pixel and it should be H4. So if I click on update, I think after changing the typography and color, I didn't reload this page, and that's why it looks little different than the actual view. So let's reload here. Now as we can see, it's displaying the actual exact typography that I have selected. And now it's time to change this font color. So let's select the font, and you can easily change it from here. Just click over here, highlight, and change the color. That's it. Now add image, search here, and always try to pick the block item from the Spectra. Sometimes the default have some options, but the Spectra comes with some more advanced features, and I prefer to use Spectra Block except the default one from the WordPress itself. So I have added the image, and if I select the container, you can always navigate from list view. So if I select list view, and here you can see the container, and when I select the container from here, you can change the flex properties. Currently it's align center and it's perfect. So if I go to style, here is the background. Now I'm going to change the background to image. I have already uploaded my wave shape background here. I think this one, and let's change its position. Attachment, which should be scroll, repeat, no repeat, and the cover, which is perfect. So I'm happy with the background position and everything here. So if you want, you can also use the custom, but I'm not going to use the custom as of now. So today, the one thing that I'd like to share with you, I'm facing connection issue in my house, and you might be experiencing some kind of laggings inside my network issue inside my computer as well. Now it looks like this. If I click on update, reload the page, and this is our home page. So currently, as you can see, there is some space around the container area, right? Because we are using here, if you take a look at here, the Astra, we are using full width stretch layout. Now instead the full width stretch layout, we would like to use the full width contain layout. If I click on update and reload the page, here you can see it's working perfectly. Now it's time to adjust the margin, padding, and other information inside our hero area. Let's add quickly. Paragraph, or I can choose heading here instead using paragraph, and then click on the gear icon, change to P, add my copy text here, and Then take a look at our design. This is the image and the review section. So what I can do, I can simply add another container here. So the container works like a div. You can take container inside container. It's very easy to use. And right now, as you can see, I have added a container inside the container. And what I can do, I can simply change the container width, I can change the container position, height, everything, and it's visible as a div. So if you're familiar with the coding, then I hope you understand what I mean here. Now if I click over here again, and here you can see inside container I have added another container. And if I click flex properties, you can easily change the flex information here as well. Now if I take a look at our design, add this image first and then the review section. So it's easy. I can take another container here as well, and I can duplicate them, and then I can flex them. And here I'm going to use image media library. Select this one. The one thing that you have noticed here, inside container there is some padding, and that's why if you take a look at here closely, when I break down and taking container inside the container, it comes with a default padding, and we will remove them later on. So as of now, we can continue with these features. So first of all, I would like to select the container from here and go to container and change the width into pixel so that I can use the maximum pixel perfect design from my content area. Now if I go to my design again, there's a review and a heading text here. So let's take a review here. Star, you can search here star. Here is star rating from Spectra. You can select the write a review text before or after. You can change it. You can change the number of reviews. If I take a look at our design, it's currently 5.0. I would say 4.7 would be perfect. 4.7. So this is a real review, I would say. Now add heading here, not here. So if you take a look at our design, it's not inside the container. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag and drop it here so that it can place inside the container. Paste here, change it to paragraph, and here how it looks. The one thing that we can do, we can select container, and then okay, so before change the margin and padding, let's take a look at here, and let me show you one thing why I have to change the margin and padding across this element inside here, so that if you understand visually, then you will be able to understand why I'm going to change them from my editor. Currently the visual look here, you can see the visual appearance looks like this. If I inspect here, and if you take a look closely, so the green area here, as you can see, the green area refers padding. Now if I break down, this is a container, there is padding by default. Let's take a look at our layout. So the padding is 10 pixel. Just take a look at the green mark. The default padding 10 pixel top, right, bottom and left. We do not want to use the default padding here. We will remove them. And when I break down inside the container, another container, it has also the padding, and the another one has the padding. So what we are going to do, we are going to remove all the padding and we would like to make our own margin and padding would like to put there. We're not going to use the default one, right? So first of all, I have to take a look at here, the second one. Inside the container, there is a parent container. Now let's break down. I hope you understand. So what I can do, I can simply navigate under the text, the first container. The first container is this one. This one, if I go to the style and spacing, here you can see the padding is 10 pixel. What I can do, I can simply add 0 here. So if I add 0 and publish or update here, you'll be able to see this padding is not here. Just reload the page. So here you can see there is no padding, right? And now it's time to remove the other padding from inner container. So I'm not going to explain you every single time, but I hope you understand how it works. That's great. Okay, let's remove them. Now we have removed all the default padding from here. So if you take a look at this container, there is some information here, the space between the star and the text here. So if you take a look at the design closely and show, okay, there is no need if I click on flex here. As you can see, the space between the star ratings and the reviews here, there is some spacing, and this is default spacing when we are using flex item inside our design. At this moment, what we can do, we can use margin bottom for this element and margin top minus for the review element or the review block. Let's try, and before adding margin minus, let's try our container if is there any options. So here you can see row gap, and easily you can reduce them using the row gaps. So I have removed them and I have added 0. Now if I select container, there is also column gap, so let's make it 0. And here you can see in other options, if I select general flex properties, I would like to take all of them on the top. So if I select align item top, here you can see it's displaying top, but inside our design it's not top, it's middle. Now let's change it to middle, and what I can do, I can try to increase the image size a little bit here, and also okay, try bottom spacing 0, and here also font size, I think it's perfect. Well, I think now it looks perfect. If I go to our design, I hope you understand. I have explained a lot of things here, and if you understand this scenario here, then it will be easier for you to make your design more professionally. Now our star rating and the review mark look like this. There is one thing that I'm not satisfying with the result. Let's inspect and let me show you what I mean here. So everything seems to be looking great here, right? But if you take a look at here, there is a bigger space at the bottom of the star icon. So what I can do, I can simply select the star ratings here and go to margin, and inside the bottom add 6 pixel margin minus. Click update and reload the page. Now it looks better. So we have just complete our we just complete our review area block item, or the review section. Now if I go to the design, or if I take a look at the design again, and here's the button, padding top and bottom. Let's add the button here. Why the button take place here? Well, inside container, I didn't place the button. I have to place it inside the container. Again. Okay. It sometimes is very hard. Now it's placed inside the container. So what I can do, I can simply click on the arrow icon, and also I'd like to remove this one and keep this button position to the left. From general, okay, I think from style we can change the position. Okay, from buttons I can change the position and the alignment of the button here. And when I select the button, go to general, it should display the button with the radius, but I'm not sure why it's not taking the global style. Let's try if is there any options for inherit the button style. Okay, there is no option to inherit the button style. Click on update and see how it looks at the front end. The button doesn't look perfect, and it's not taking the global style from our customizer settings. So what we can do, we can simply change, and we can try if is there any options for inheriting border. No options for inherit. Well, there is default radius, and that's why it wasn't working. And now once I removed that one, now the button working from our customizer settings. So let's remove the color and remove everything from hover, and remove everything from here and use the default one. Once you remove everything from here, it will take the button style, the default one. So as you can see, it's now default. If I click on update and reload the page here again, now as you can see, the button is now displaying similarly from our global style. So it's time to add some padding at the top and bottom here. Go to our design, select our container, and you can add padding, or you can add a height, which is the minimum height. The standard height, generally it should be 700 or 650. If I click update, reload the page, now it looks like this. What I can do, I can add some margin or padding at the top to add some more space here. Inside the container, go to style and spacing, add some padding top, and also reduce the padding from here. From the heading, click update, reload the front page. So we are done with our hero area. There are a couple of things that you can consider. If you want, you can remove this padding as well from this column area. Now if I just take a look at here, you can see there is still padding this column, but this padding is helpful for us when we are using responsive view. And as of now, I'm not going to remove those padding. However, if you just remove them, let's remove. You can add them later on tab and mobile device as well. So I think it's better to remove them. whether it's not necessary as of now to keep them. And now if I remove them, I already removed them, and reload the page. Now it's aligned perfectly with the logo and content inside the hero area. So it now looks better. So that's it for the hero area. Now it's time to create other section here. Let's go to our editor, take container, and I can select one column here, choose image, and the first one Slack, Microsoft, Spotify, and Trello. Well, I have to upload them here. Somehow I missed them. I think they are here. The first one is Slack, then Microsoft, Spotify, and Trello. Let's choose Slack from here and duplicate. Well, let's change the flex view as well. So as you can see how it looks when I change the flex view. Slack, then Microsoft, and duplicate again, Spotify, and Trello. The Trello is not working, so I'm not sure. Trello is not visible here. Okay, it's here. Now we are done with this section, and add some spacing at the top. You can reduce the spacing between the item here as well. To reduce the spacing between the item, you can simply navigate to the container and not container, go to style, and here you can see the spacing, and you can reduce the column gap from here. If I increase and decrease, here you can see the column gap. When I set 0, it looks similar and looks perfect. Now adjust the spacing at the top and bottom here. Select container, margin, or you can add margin top 20 or 40 pixel, and the bottom should be 40. The next section is who we are, and this one let's create very quickly. Container, 2 column, add an image here, choose media library, select this one, add a paragraph. Okay, not paragraph, I would like to add heading here. Then select general, choose H4, who we are, then this text, add heading here, paste, and change the color, highlight, brand color. if I select the heading 1, here you can see the style. Always you have to reduce the bottom spacing, which is the default one. Now it's time to add the paragraph. So here you can see you can use directly paragraph, or you can use another container here. I'm going to use the paragraph directly here. Now it's time to add read more button. So delete one button from here. Select the buttons group and change the position left. And now it's time to style this button. Change the text here. Also take a look at here. I didn't change this button text as well, which is start your project. Let's change this text first. And the next one is read more. Let's try and let's change the button style from here. Let's change radius, change color, and change everything from here on the hover and normal. If you take a look at here, the button looks different with a icon here. What I can do, I can simply take a look at as an example here. So I can easily change the button here as well. Let's change the border style solid first, and I would like to add the border at the bottom, which is 1 pixel, and the background should be transparent, and the text color should be black, and the border radius, if you take a look at here, which is I have to use 0, and icon, let's add an icon here first. Currently the button looks like this. So if I select the button here again, go to style, there should be an options to add an icon. Here you can see just size and icon spacing. Here I have to add icon. And if I take a look at our design, the icon looks like this. So simply search here arrow, and I think this one, yes, but it looks little different here. And try if is there any similar one. Okay, it's not there. So we can use this one as of now. And to make it more similar, go to style, spacing, add padding 0, and then add padding bottom 10 pixel here. Now as you can see, the button looks similar to our design, and the border should be 2 pixel. I think if I add 2, then it will look more similar to our design. And the color, there should be border color here. Okay, it's now looks perfect. And if you take a look at our design again, there is no options, there is no need to change the icon color. It looks great. At this moment I have to change the container width here. So make sure I am going to change the container width from here. Go to container and change the width 40 pixel or 40%, and then change the other container width, which is 60%. Well, so under this section there is another options for customers, projects, and reviews. Let's add them. To do so, I'm going to add container here. Okay, so if I select the container or the list view, here you can see I just made a mistake. I have to place it inside the container. And it plays at the top. Let's bring down at the bottom. And add container inside the container. Then add a background color and a number. Customer. I can duplicate this one. Customers, and go to general, change to P, and add a background color inside this container. Go to style, color, and change it to light color. And also change the border radius to 10 pixel, and then you can simply navigate to general and see, make it center, and this one also make it center. And the magic is here. Let's reduce the margin bottom spacing. And now it looks like this, but the interesting thing is, if I just duplicate this one and 3 more, and then select the whole area from here, go to design and change the layout to direction, change the direction, and this is how useful the flex features. So I hope you understand why most of the designers are using flex features. So if you are using a column or something like that, then it will be very hard for us to create this kind of section within a very short time. And that's why the flex box item is really useful, and it saves a lot of time to customize any website. So let's take a look at our design in the front view. It looks like this. There are a couple of things that I have to work on it, and I will make it perfectly similar to our Figma design. So let's go back to the editor. So if I click on button, here you can see the button border. I have added the border only bottom area, not top, left and right. But if I visit this website, here you can see the border is visible here. And it's coming from the global item, I think. It's a bug, I would say, and I will report this issue to our concern team, which is Spectra, so that they can fix this issue on their next update. So here you can see the border color, border style, border bottom. Take a look at here how I just debug here and how I can find the exact issue from where the border is coming. Border radius 10 pixel, it's coming from here, and type here border. So here you can see the border. So I will look around, I will look at this later on, but as of now, there is another simple way that you can use. Let's remove the button from here and also remove it completely. And you can add, okay, I can take heading from Spectra, change it to the P, and then read more. So I can add, okay, now let's make it link. So this is very simple features that we can use as of now as an alternative. Also, if you want, you can use button, a different button, but I'm not going to spend so much time here. So if I select heading, go to style and spacing, remove bottom spacing first, and the link color, highlight color, border, you can add border bottom here as well. Okay, so I'm not going to use those settings as of now. What I can do, I can simply change the spacing, minus margin 10 pixel. Or 30 pixel. Click update and reload the page here. So this is very simple read more button here. Now I have to remove the unnecessary padding from these sections and other sections here. Let's go to our editor and remove those padding from the container. Go to style, spacing, and padding 0. Select image, and there is no padding as of now, but inside here there is padding. I have added all of them 0. Now let's change the information. Project, projects, and then reviews, and copy from here as well, reviews. So one thing that if you take a look at the design, this is not a full width area, right? It covers a little portion of this area. So I can change that as well. To do so, what I can do, I can simply select the container and also go to general container, and here you can change the width. You can use percentage or you can use pixel. So if I use pixel, it will be helpful for me to customize them in responsive view. And if you select flex properties, you can change the direction to flex from start. I'm not sure if it's available here or not, but there should be an options. Wrap. Oh well, let's find out. Generally the justify content, when we select flex start, it should display from the beginning, but somehow it's not working. So what we can do, we can simply change our information from here. To do so, the flex is not working, so we can use margin and padding. Go to style, spacing, and here you can see the margin left, which is 0, we can add here. This is not a good options, or I would say this is not a good way to make them looks like this, because if I click on update and when we test this website on different devices, we have to work on it. We have to change those value on different devices. Let's say on tablet you have to change it, on mobile you have to change it. So generally it should work, and I will report this to the team, which is Spectra team, so that they can figure it out later on. However, we can use in this way, but it's good, but it's not a best practice. So I will work them later on responsive devices. So currently it looks like this. Now if I take a look at our design again, there is a border and the space is much smaller between the number and the paragraph or the text. We can reduce them. Click over here and then go to spacing and margin bottom. Add 21 pixel. So to quickly apply those settings, we can add background color on hover as well. Our border on hover, the normal color should be this one, and the hover color should be our brand color. And also there should be a box shadow on hover. Now if you want to apply the settings, you can simply copy style and paste here. Again, select this one and paste here. It's very simple. Click on update and reload the page. Now if you scroll down here, you can see it looks perfect. You can reduce the box shadow as well, and when I hover over, the background is currently our brand color, but we can use the white color that is displaying here. Let's try. The background color is this one, but unfortunately there is no options to change the background color on hover. So we cannot change the background color on hover. We can use this one, but on hover, if you want, you can reduce the box shadow from here. So you can simply, okay, not this one, click on hover, and then here you can see the blur and the vertical and the spread information. Well, it now looks better, and I would like to use smaller portion of the hover. If I click update, reload, and hover over, it looks like this. So we can keep this one, or we can use these features. Currently I'm just using this one, so I can reduce the spread more and blur, or reduce the blur. just play around with the settings here and see what is working with your design. I'm okay with that, so I'm going to copy all the style and paste it here. Click on update and reload the page. Now we are done who we are section. It's time to create our next section here. Now let's start creating what we do section here. So as we can see, this button is not working, so it might be some cases, but if it's not working, then I will use another one. Let's start first. Now first of all, I would like to add some padding here first. Inside the container, go to general, container, and the minimum height, there is no need minimum height, but if I go to style, spacing, padding, top, $90 and the bottom $90. Let's reduce the padding top to 60 because there is already void space at the top, and the 60 would be perfect. Container, and inside container. Okay, first one, let's try this. Add container here again, and then another container. Inside this container, what I can do, I can copy the text from here, or I can group this text. I can group this heading for future uses. Let's see if, yes, there is an options that we can group easily. So we can copy the group from here, paste it here, and make this center. Change the text. I just use some quick method here. Now it's not copy. What we do, it's not copy. Yes, it's working. There is a border generates more money here, so I have to use individual heading, or I can use another method to create the border. But as of now, let's try the second method. Add divider or separator, and there is no options to control the separator width here. You can just make it wide line, default, or dots. So what we can do, we are already familiar with the div, right? We have the container options. So we can simply add a background inside container, and then we can change this container and we can make it minimum height, and is it possible? No, it's not possible. So it's not going to work with the container. What we can do, let's try something else. If it's not working, then there is another way. Okay, it's not going to work in this way. Let's remove container, and please take a look at here where I'm navigating, where I'm changing certain things, so you have to understand them. Now I'm going to take another heading. I just duplicate this one, paste it here, and it generates some random color. Okay, duplicate again and copy the text from here. Then change the color. So as you can see, there is 3 heading. Just take a look carefully. 3 heading. This one is the last one. I have divided this one from the above one because I would like to add border bottom. That's why. So if I add border bottom on the second heading, it will apply the 2 line of the text here. Now go to style and see, reduce the bottom spacing from the above, and also there is highlight, select solid, border bottom 5 pixel, and change the color to this one. Okay, this is not working. Okay, the color, the highlight. I have added the border. Let's reload the page. Well, it's not working. So there is another way that we can use. Let's reload the page here. And now select the heading from here again. Go to style. Let's select separator. Well, there is separator options here. Go to style. And here you can see the separator is now available. Make it percentage and 100%. When I make it 100%, it looks like this, but when I add pixel, I can change it. And the thickness should be 5. Color. And remove all the settings that I have added previously from here. Now let's reduce the above heading margin from general, style, and spacing. The margin bottom should be -15 pixel. Click on update and reload the page. Now as you can see, we have added the border color and reduced the spacing. If I inspect here to understand how much spacing coming from and where it's coming, there is a margin top that we can remove, and also here, which is the block, not the heading, right? So let's try if we can select the block item here inside the group and reduce the block spacing 0. So please note that here you can see closely I have selected the group and reduced the block spacing 0. And now it's displaying perfectly here. So when I select, there is no need to add so much margin here. And the bottom heading if I reduce the margin or padding, it's not going to affect on the border here. So we can reset this one. No need to use the separator, thickness and bottom spacing. Let's use 15 pixel and keep it as of now. I'll reload the page here. Now the heading looks like this and it looks perfect. So let's move into the next part. Copy the text from here and add a paragraph. Inside the group you can add the paragraph, or you can add the paragraph below the group. I'm going to add a heading paragraph here. Make it center, and I'm okay with that. Container. Take 3 column here, go to design, and here I can see image, title, paragraph and read more button. Text or icon box is perfect. Click here and see if another container is required or not. I think we can use the current one as of now. Let's change it to this view or this one, and click on the image and icon, upload image. I think the first one is this image. So it looks like this, and there is no option to change the image style as of now. So you can keep this one in this way, or you can use another method. Let me show you what I mean here. Remove the icon box from here and take another container. Inside the container, add image, upload the image, and then add a background color here. Not image, add background color inside the container. So you have to understand this one very carefully, because it will be little bit advanced or complex. Add a background, select border, add border radius 10 pixel, go to general again, container, add a width here. So 80 pixel or 70. Go to style, spacing, add padding 15 pixel. And here you can see the container. Inside the container there is image, and if I select the container, the flex should be start, and now as you can see it's working. Now inside the container, add another container here, then add heading And what you can do, you can copy the heading from here, paste, let's say it should be H3, copy the text and copy or duplicate heading, convert to P, add the text here and remove the padding from style, spacing, and padding should be 0. And also remove the heading margin bottom, and also remove the heading margin bottom from the below one. Now this is another solutions where you can add the background color into your custom icon. You can add any kind of background color here. So take a button here. Currently you have noticed that the button is not working as expected. So what we can do, we can use another method. We can make the button simple or keep the current button here as of now. Right now I'm going to remove all the settings from here because I'm not going to use the Spectra settings. I'm going to use the button that I have added from the global button area. Take a look at here and remove everything and change the text read more. Add an icon here. And that's it. So if you take a look at our design again, there is a little border and border radius. Let's try that out. Padding, I think 20 pixel, and the border solid 1, and the border radius should be 10 or 15 pixel. And the border color, this one, this very light border color. Let's compare with our design. The padding should be more. Let's add more padding, 20 pixel. Sorry, not the radius, the padding here. .30 pixel is perfect here. And I can simply copy the style. Okay, before copy the style, copy or duplicate the item here first. I can easily duplicate them and remove the other container from here. So we have completed our design, but unfortunately the button is not working as expected. I have duplicated them, so it's not working. So what I can do, I can simply copy the style and paste here. It's not working. Well, let's remove them manually. The button is not good. I'm not happy with the button formation here. Okay, now it looks like this, and click on update. There is one thing that if I hover over, there is a box shadow here. You can add them as well. Let's reload the page. Now our what we do section looks like this. So we can add a spacing between the column here, and also add some box shadow when I hover over any individual section or column here. Let's go to our editor, select the container, add column gap. So 30 pixel or 35 is perfect here. Now if I just take a look at our design and select any of the column here, go to style and box shadow, on hover use this one. It's working, but let's try out which one. It looks perfect. So we can use this one, and what we can do, we can copy the style and paste here so that it apply. Now let's copy our content from here. Paste here. Marketing. And change the icon. You can change the icon size. I just noticed the icon, it's little bit bigger than here I'm using right now inside our design, so you can change it based on your preference, but I'm okay with that design right now. It looks perfect here. But the one thing that I have noticed, the layout is shifting here a little bit. So let's copy the text again. And when I add another line, it looks perfect. So I have added here, if you already have a design and looking some development services, then we are here to help you to convert your or take your design into real projects. And so I just added some random text here, that's it. So we are done with this section. Now it's time to create our next section, which is call to action. Let's start creating this section first. Copy the text from here. And take container. Go to general and inside the container add a minimum height. Go to style, background, and choose background image. This one. And then add an overlay color. Currently I'm inside the background and the overlay should be classic. Make it transparent, but somehow it's not working as expected here. Let's try again. Okay, let's add something and see how it works. First, copy the group from here. We have created this group. So if you take a look at here, this is the group, and copy the group here. Paste it here. Okay, copy again, delete. Maybe I have added the container wrong group here. Let's try. It should add it inside the container, but it doesn't. Well, container, add group here. Now it's working. And make them center. I will change the text later on. Let's make it similar first with our background color. And add some margin bottom on this container, or you can add padding on this container. Currently I'm navigating this one. Spacing here, and you can add padding 100. Let's make it 0 first. Bottom 90 or 80. Add background color or background type image. So I'd say this one or this one, I'm not sure. Let's take a look at this. Yes, I'd like to use this one as a shape. Select and then add a background overlay color, classic. But somehow the overlay is not working as expected. It should work. Let's add a solid background color here first. And if it's not working, no worry, we can export this one using the shape and then the background color, group, export, JPG, and let's export this one. And select here. We are done with the call to action. Just wait a few seconds, it will pop up here. Okay, I have to wait. And take a look at our design again and copy the text from here. Copy this text, paste here, and change the color to white color. Add a button here. Remove the button and change everything to the default one. Change the background color to white color and the text color to our theme color. I think it's black and free consultation text. I can add icon here. Let's add icon from content, enable icon, and change when I hover over the background should be in the normal color. It should be white, and when I hover over the background should be okay, darker color, and the text color on hover it should be white color. Now it's working and we have completed our call to action area. Let's click on update and we have a few other sections. So these are not going so much time here. So let's click on update. Now our call to action looks like this. It's time to create our next section, which is why choose us. Let's copy and start creating very quickly. So I'm going to take a new. Okay, so what I can do, I can simply type here container and take 2 column and also add some space inside the container. You can add spacing at the top, which is first make it 0, and then on the top add 90 pixel and at the bottom add 90 pixel padding. Now add image here. I have already uploaded the image into the media library. I can simply choose this one from here and navigate to our design. This is the text. We have already a heading for that. I can simply copy from here, group and copy. So before paste, make sure I have added another container, and inside the container there is container, and when I add or paste the heading here, you can see it's container and then group. The one container is removed here automatically when I add something here. And let's change the text, why choose us, and copy from here. Take your business to the next level, paste. Okay, well, and now there is some other kind of sections. It's very easy. I hope you already understand what I'm going to do here. I'm going to simply take container, and then inside the container I'm going to take another container. Simply, so what I did, if I click over here, you can see inside container I have taken another container, and now there is image and there is some text. What I can do, I can simply take another container here for image and take image, click over here, add image from library, which is basically this one, thumbs up, and take a look at our design, background color and some information. Let's change it. Let's select the container first and change the width, which is in pixel. If I calculate, it should be this one, and change the background color from style color, light color, and change the border radius to 10 pixel. And now it looks like this. So what you can do, you can simply make this container flex properties left, and now as you can see it's working perfectly here. And here I am going to add another container inside this container, which is for heading and the paragraph text. Copy the heading from here. Let's add heading. So it's heading 4. Copy the paragraph text from here and duplicate this heading. Okay, before duplicating, here you can see the style, there is margin bottom. I'm not going to use that margin bottom here. So when I duplicate, I also want to change it to the P and paste the paragraph text here. Now as you can see, it looks like this, and it's way much better, right? And there is another thing, that inside the container there is 2 heading, right? And if I just take a look at here, there is gap, and I would like to reduce the gap here. And also inside the container there is padding. I would like to reduce that padding as well. And now it looks similar and way much better. And here, the main container area, I would like to change the padding 0 as well. So I hope you understand what I did here. And here in other options, inside container, I would like to padding 0 as well. Now as you can see, it looks similar to our design. Now simply what I am going to do, I am going to copy the container again and again. Again and again. And this is how simple it is. Now copy the text and other information from here and paste it here. Copy and paste. Again, copy the text from here and paste it here. And now it's time to change the icon. Let's change it. Here is the man with the computer and the growth icon. And this one. So I'm going very fast here. If you are not understand and if you have any queries, then please comments below, and also let me know your suggestion after completing this video as well. Now I just complete this section and it looks perfect, I would say. There is some adjustment, which is margin, that we can add margin bottom on this row or the container here. So the first one is this one. Let's close and add some margin bottom 10 pixel, and here also 10 pixel. Now it looks clean and much better than the previous one without margin. So we are done with this section. There is little adjustment is the padding. We can reduce them. We know how to reduce it. And click on update. So before going to update this one, let's take a look at here. It looks perfect. Well, now I hope you understand how to create any complex section and you have a better idea, hopefully. So if we take a look at our next section here, let's complete this next section as well. It's very easy, and I hope it takes very less time. Container, and inside container there is some heading, and then container. Well, let's copy first from here. Let's copy the group. I did a little mistake here. If you take a look at closely, the container inside the group, I have added the container information. So I should add this one in under this container, not the group. And now I am going to take this group top of this section. Now the group is heading, which is different, and the container is the content, which is different. So I can copy the group from here, and this will be helpful for me as well to change it in the future on responsive devices. Now I added the text for the portfolio. Let's copy the text from here, paste, copy the portfolio and paste it here as well. And also I can reduce the column gap here. Okay, it's not necessary, row gap. And what I can do, I can simply navigate to the general and container padding here, spacing, style, and the padding should be 90 top and the bottom should be 70 or something. I'm okay with that. So here is the group. and the spacing is perfect. Let's update all the changes here and reload the page. So we have completed why choose a section and this one. So based on my curiosity, let's take a look at the test result on Google page speed inside using the Gutenberg, how it looks. So it will diagnose the data here. Okay, the result is really great, and currently my internet connection is not good as enough, but I didn't expect this result. And the desktop view is also great. Even I didn't optimize the image and anything here, but it's great, and this is the power of the Gutenberg as well. Now if I go to our design again, and we have completed all the options from here one by one. Now this one is complete, and let's create our portfolio. So let's start. Now if I take a look at heading, there is some bottom spacing, and the bottom spacing here as well. Okay, I'm okay with that. We can change it later on. And now it's time to add, to see why I have added this. Don't add inside the group. The container is individual, and inside the container I would like to use another container, and here I would like to use another container for individual portfolio item. Let's add another one and add an image, and the title is landing page. Okay, so there is no other button here. The button is here. We can place this button on the right side as well. Select this image, and this is the heading. So inside the container, add a heading, copy landing page, it should be. Okay, it's not working. Let's type, and take a look at the size, which is 18 pixel Montserrat, and we have added 18 pixel inside H4, and it should be center. And also the container background should be this one, right? And we are done with this section, but there are a couple of things that you have to change inside the border radius. It should be 20 pixel or 10 pixel. Well, and let's remove the padding as well. Make it 0. That's awesome. And now simply what I can do, I can simply duplicate this 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 1. Well, first select the container again and go to general, select flex item, change the direction and make it left, or it's okay, it's not necessary here. Let's duplicate them here 4 times. And we are done with the portfolio section. There is a little adjustment, which is the spacing here. If I go to style and select the container, here you can see the spacing. And now I have added a column spacing 30, and the row spacing should be 30 as well. So we are done, and if we want, we can add heading as a link. So let's link here to our portfolio page. Now let's duplicate. Well, and here you can see I just duplicate the container, but I should have, well, it's working. The row gap should be 30 pixels. So I'm okay with that design as of now, and because I'm not going to use this kind of design here, but as a beginner you can build your portfolio website following this template and following this design. However, if you're interested, again I already said that if you're interested, you can use WP Portfolio plugin. It's a paid version, and you can use the paid version. It's very useful. I'm sorry, this one, it should be wpportfolio.net. Okay, later on I will be using this layout and this plugin. So right now I'm going to keep the website looks like this. So if you take a look at our next design, which is testimonial, and also this section is not complete yet, let's add a button and try to make it similar as much as possible. So add some spacing here first. On the container, add margin top 30 pixels so that it separates the heading and the container from here. Let's add 40 pixels or 35. And scroll down, add a button here. Somehow it works very slow. So I have added a button here, and I'm going to delete this one, but want to keep this one. Add some margin top 40 pixels and change the button text view more portfolios. Change the width, border and other information from hover and normal color so that it takes global button style. Now it's time to create our testimonial section. Now it's time to create our testimonial section here. Let's take a look at our editor and copy from here, or we can simply duplicate the whole container. Simply duplicate. It will save our time. So I just click on duplicate, and due to the internet connection I cannot work so fast here, but I hope you understand. You don't have to worry about that. Now what I'm going to do, let's take a look at this button. The button style is change every single time the button interfere with my current design. So I'm not sure why this is happening. Now let's take a look at our next part here. Let's delete the inner container from here. Just delete it. And here you can see the group, which is for portfolio. And if I take a look at our design, change the background color first so that it looks perfect. Change the background color to our theme color and change it testimonials. Paste here and change it to view more on Trustpilot. Now it's time to add inner section here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the container and add a container here, and then we'll take it inside the container and take down under the testimonial area. Now it's easier for me to add another container here. It's the same process that I have used previously, and all you have to simply take a look at the left side list view here. Let's create container here again. And now what I'm going to do, add some star, click here, star rating, and change after 4.9, change the value 4.9 here as well, and then change the background color to pure white, and then border radius 10 pixel, paragraph so always try to use heading and then change it from here to p tag. It will help you to add more features and it will allow you to customize certain things here. And take another container here, and then inside container take another container, and here I'm going to add image. You might be confusing container. So it's easy. When you just create a couple of page or section, it will be really easy for you. Now let's add this image inside our testimonial. So it takes time to load here. Enable mask. I would like to use circle, and here you can see on the left side the container size is way bigger. So I'm going to copy and duplicate the container size, and when I select the parent container from here, go to general, then flex properties, flex direction change, and now as you can see we have added image inside this container. Let's change the container width as well. To change it something like that, and inside this container delete the image from here. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add heading here. We are almost done. There are a couple of things that I have to adjust. So it should be heading 6, and also this one should be heading 6. And before copy the heading, let's reduce the bottom spacing, duplicate and paste it here. So select the container from here and go to style, spacing, and here is the column gap, here is the row gap. Make it 0, and also select the container and make the column gap 0. That's all, and reduce the padding 0. Well, and again reduce the padding on the image container 0. So you can change the image size You don't have to worry about that. Ria, the image size is big. Well, let's change the image size from here. Okay. Why this is so hard to change image size? It's easy. I just kidding. It's not applying here. Very strange, right? Let's try again. Wow. Let's try again. Okay. No worry, there is a couple of other ways that we can change, but first of all, we have to update them. The update button is not visible yet due to a bad network connection here today. Let's try. Okay. Let's try to resize the container width. And I'm okay with that as of now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy and duplicate this container a couple of times. But before duplicating, there is padding here. Let's reduce the padding. And when I select the inner container, which is basically the testimonial, before duplicate, select the parent one and go to general, change the flex properties, direction, and now it's time to duplicate. So duplicate 3 times. And if I take a look at our design, okay, we have to add more padding and more spacing here. So before going to do that, let's change the spacing first. The column gap should be 30 pixel and the container padding should be 20 or 30 pixel. And then change this container, not a percentage. So the mistake that I have made here, I use percentage. For small changes, if you are using pixel, you're on the safe side. Now it looks perfect enough. And the one thing that I would like to change, which is heading, and here you can see margin bottom, and also take this one, spacing a little bit top and reduce the padding. And margin top minus. Minus 10 pixel. It's perfect now. Now let's remove the other one, or we can simply try to copy and paste the style and see how much it works. It doesn't work every single item here. So as of now, I'm going to remove them and duplicate this one 3 times. Now we have completed our testimonial section. The last thing that I'm going to duplicate this container. So we are done. Just need little bit spacing inside the row and column area here. Let's add 30 pixel Well, it now looks perfect. And if you want, you can change the border radius here. As you can see, I have added the border radius, which is not perfect, but one thing that we can easily do it from here, border 20 pixel. I would say the 20 pixel is perfect. And now if we copy the style and paste here, it will be applicable. As you can see, it's working because I just changed the border style from the style tab, and this is the parent container. Please note that when you copy and paste style, it will not going to copy and paste the container, inner container and inner container like this way. So when you copy, make sure you are copying the parent container, and it will be only applicable inside your parent container area. It will not copy the inner container style globally. And this is how it works. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add margin top here. Let's add margin top 30 pixel or 40 would be perfect. So now as you can see, it looks perfect. And we are done with the testimonial section. So hopefully you understand how to work with the block editor and how to use it. It's very useful. And now if you take a look at our next part, which is meet our experts. Now it's time to create the meet our experts section, which is the team member section. So if you take a look at the design, which is meet our experts, I just copy the heading from here. Let's copy, scroll down, take container, and inside container take another container and paste the heading here. Change the text behind Flex App Web, and also change the spacing between, and they have the same spacing issue, and you can just select the group and add block spacing 0 here. It will reduce the space in between them. So this is default group from default Gutenberg. It's not from the Astra or any of the Spectra. If you're not familiar with the default one, then I have a complete tutorial regarding the full site editing. You can follow that one. Now just select this area and add some padding first. The padding top should be 90 pixel and the bottom 70. So if you take a look closely here, you can see the image, title, which is the name and the designation, and the social link. Let's start creating. It's very similar to the testimonial section. So what I can do, I can simply copy, or I can simply copy a container from here, and then inside the container I can add another container, then I can simply paste that. And later on I can simply change or add an image here, title, and then social icon. It's very simple. Let's navigate This one is heading and this one is star rating. So I can add image here first from media library. Select this one and remove the star rating, and then there is a heading and copy, which is Tulsi Patha. Well, and you can delete this container. Also, this container is not necessary. So what you can do, you can simply change the heading from here to heading 4, and then copy and duplicate this heading, paste here, change it to P. That's it, very simple. Then go to container and the row gap should be 0 here. But under the image, I would like to add some margin bottom here, 20 pixel, and then select the container, add social icon. So if I take a look at our design, it's simple icon just. I'm not sure if the simple icon is possible or not. Let's try. The background should be 0 and then the icon content should be left. (20 pixel) spacing. So there is not much information here, and you have to be happy with this current setting as of now. And you can change. I'm using social share, as you can see, but when I click on the icon here, then there should be options. I think not this one. Well, I have added social share and I should have used the icon only, except the share. Let's select the container again. Social icon, this one. Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. That's it. And this icon is the default icon from WordPress itself. You can change the icon color, or you can clear the icon background. Somehow the icon is overwriting and not working as expected, because I didn't add any URL. Every single time I made this mistake. So please note that you have to add URL here if you want to make it visible. And now this is how it works. you can add little bit spacing here. And I'm happy with that because the default one doesn't have much options to customize them. So you have to use this as of now. But one thing that you can do, which is margin, you can add margin top 0, and this is how it works. So again, if you're not familiar with the default Gutenberg, you can follow my tutorial. And let's select the container and take a look at our design. Remove the padding from top, left, and every single position, and add bottom 20 pixel. Add a background color to our theme color, and then inside the container I have added heading and other information, so I have to add them inside another container here if I want to add some padding. So let's take container and move into the top, select the item, drop it here. I didn't expect that. Okay. And drop it here. Again, select this one. My computer works very slow now. And now paste it here. So select the container again and change its position. And this heading should be top. And now remove the spacing 0. So we can add now padding on the left side. 30 pixel. And the bottom we can make it 0. And that's it. This is how you can create. And I'm going to remove the other unnecessary column from here. So when I duplicate the team member, it will fix the issue here. Let's duplicate. And duplicate again. And then select the container, increase the gap here, and it should be 60 pixel. If I take a look at our design, here you can see it looks like this. And we can also change and adjust the image size as well. But as of now, I would like to keep it in this way. So hopefully you understand how things work here. And also you can create another column and you can paste these other two team members as well. For creating our latest blog post section, I have to publish 3 blog posts as of now. So I'm going to copy this heading from here and go to my dashboard and click add new to add new blog post. And after completing this section, we are done with our design. So let's go to pixels to download some images as well. Paste the title here, copy the content, and paste here, and then download image, and I would like to add those image as a featured image here. Click here, download, and choose medium size, and download some other images from here. Somehow it's not downloaded. Okay, it's start downloading now, and download this one as well. So it's downloading here, and we have download this one. Let's use this one as of now, and click publish, click add new post, copy the title from here, go to post, and copy the content from here, paste them, go to post, choose featured image, and paste them here. Just upload another one, click publish, and click add new post. Copy the content, paste here, and then click post. So as of now, I would like to choose any of the random image from here, from our existing image. Let's choose this one. Click publish, and now reload our home page, so that the images or posts that we have added, it will be visible. If I go to post, here you can see, I'm closing this tab. We have added 3 posts and 3 blog posts here. And now if I scroll down, let's take a section or container. Copy this group first, and inside container take another container, and here paste the content, and simply copy the blog post from here, paste it, copy the text, paste here, well, and if I want to add button, I can simply add here, but here you can see there is some conflict, right? So what I can do, I can simply take another container inside this container, and then drag it top. After that, I can take this group, paste it inside container, okay, I have to place it properly. Well, and now here you can see it's still not going to add inside the container. Yes, now it's working. And here is group, and here is button. So I have to take the button and place it inside the container. And place the button at the bottom and remove one button from here. Change the style of the button, reset, and here you can see it's working. And now when I select the container, I can easily change the flex direction. Well, and change the button alignment as well. And this is how easy it is, right? Let's change. Okay, inside the container, add a post. So there should be an options for post, but in the search field, why it's not appearing here? Grid. Yes. Now our post section is visible here. All we have to simply change the layout to exactly matching with this layout. So what we can do, we can simply add a background first inside our post section, color, change the background color to this one, and add padding top 90, and the bottom should be 70 or 90. Now there is some issue with the title here, because when I have added title, there is a spacing. I have to reduce or remove them and update them. Okay, it's not going to update. Let's reload the page again, and in the meantime, let's try to customize it. Just title and text and button here, simple. So if I click over here, you can simply disable information from here. That's it. And you can increase the excerpt and also change the style. The padding is 30. And the border radius should be 20. And the background color should be white color. And you are ready to go. Here is our design. So one thing that the image border radius is not working. What we can do? Let's take a look at here if we have missed something or anything else inside our design. The row gap is not working. And inside general, well, the post is updated. Okay, this one needs to be updated as well. And change the image to equal height. Equal height, the image is not equal height, so make sure you have updated similar height images. But try if is there any options to make it equal. H3 and okay, position top, background. So nothing happens, nothing changed inside the image. Offset starting post. Well, order by date, column, pagination. So the border radius is only applicable inside the container area. It's not applicable inside the include the image. Well, so that's it, and we are done with this section. And there's need just spacing here. What we can do, we can simply navigate general, and if you take a look at here the content, and instead the content here you can see border, and the layout, which is the column gap, should be 30. Yes, the 30 is perfect. And change the button text here to view more blog post. And we have already removed the spacing from here as well. Let's take a look at our design and click on update here. So here you can see the design, and we have completed our front page. If you take a look at here closely, we just complete our awesome, beautiful, professional home page here. And you can practice this along with this tutorial. So there are a couple of things is changed here, and I would say it's just might be caching issue or something like that, but hopefully the Spectra team will fix them very soon. Congratulations, you just complete your tutorial, and hopefully you have now a solid understand and solid knowledge regarding the Spectra Block editor and how the Gutenberg works. So after completing this tutorial, you'll be able to create any kind of website. Even you'll be able to create or you'll be able to use any kind of blog editor as well. So I highly recommend you to practice this on your local server or your live server, which is perfect for you. And before you start practicing, complete this video first, and hopefully you'll be able to make it. Thanks for watching.